Hello, Ravenites and Kryptonauts, soon to be Ravenites. Hopefully, after watching this video here, we are doing the Ravencoin development update number 10, talking about what's going on in the Ravencoin community and the current update that's been going on. So let's go ahead and take a peek at what's been going on so far. But before we do that, I appreciate you guys all watching the previous videos of me doing these updates. I appreciate the positive feedback. You guys are awesome. Continue giving me some awesome thumbs up. I enjoy the positive feedback, comments, likes, reshare the video, or the video. It's awesome stuff. I appreciate that. It gives me like more energy to continue to make these videos come out more and more. Okay. If you also want to help out by donations, which is another just level up, man, that'd be so awesome. You can help us out with C3 Media by donating via crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Ravencoin, or even throw some assets our way. We got an asset aware wallet address here, so you can. There's a bunch of coins here. Check out the coin tree in the description below. All right. So with that said, like I said, this is the Ravencoin development update. Ravencoin is a peer-to-peer blockchain handling the efficient creation and transfer of assets from one party to another. Okay. So let's see here. The news, recent news, real quick. Let's see. I think we're gonna have to go back to April. All right, but before we do that, I just want to let you guys all know that we are live on Twitch and on Twitter Spaces. So if you guys want to join us for the future, we are going to be doing this regularly. For the Ravencoin community. This is our way of giving back to the Ravencoin community. Since I'm not a developer or a coder or any kind of fancy spancy guy like that, I can just jump onto the microphone and talk about what's going on in the current news of the Ravencoin community. So check us out on Twitch. That would be twitch.tv/blockchainjohn, or on Twitter Spaces at C3 Media 2, number 2. All right. So here we go. Let's see. We're going to go back to checking out the current news of the Ravencoin community on the Discord channel. Let's go here from Kinkaju. Hello at everyone. The next release, including P2SH, is coded and nearly ready. The final step requires some help with testing. There are currently 5 functional test failures. Here, github.com/ravenproject/ravencoin/blob/master/test/readme.md. Volunteer testers are needed to replicate/fix these failures, as well as assist in testing PR number 1124, as described by Tron here. Volunteer testers are needed to replicate/fix these failures. Tron here. Discord.com/ there's a link here to Tron. Anyone with time available to help test and encourage to do so. The hashtag development channel can be used to coordinate. Big thanks to our core developer for getting us this far, and thank you to our current/future volunteer testers. Ravencoin would not exist without the efforts of you, the community. Very well said, Kinkaju. That was posted on the March 17th, 2022. Okay, so next we have here on the news channel from Hans Schmidt on April 22nd. A new version of Core for use on Testnet is available, which we believe fixes the Testnet block number 112734 sync hang bug. Testnet is needed to verify the bug fix. Pre-compiled binaries, including this PR for use on Testnet testing, are available at github.com/hansschmidt/releases/tags/v4.8.5 test 1. The bug is related to the use of subqualifiers for restricted assets and exists in all previous versions of Core, which supports restricted assets. Since it is a failure in reading cache properly, it does not occur once the cache flushes the database, making it dependent on node speed, compile types, and other things which affect timing. Please use this version only on Testnet, since it also enables P2SH assets, which are not yet supported on mainnet. And here is a link to that. Thank you, Hans Schmidt. So Hans Schmidt also tweeted, or not tweeted, he also posted on Discord on April 23rd. At everyone, new version v4.8.5 test 1 of Core for use testing, work on Testnet. And there's a bunch of emoji response there, positive energy, awesome. Okay, so let's get to the meat and potatoes for what we're here for. But before we do, let's just make sure that everything is up and running. Thanks to everybody that's watching on Twitch. Thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. And on Twitter Spaces, appreciate you guys as well. All right, let's move on over to development. If you guys want to follow me, you guys can go ahead and follow me. We're going to start not on May 1st. We're actually going to go back to. We're actually going to go back a little bit to maybe. I'm going to say. Let's see how far back we can go. I kind of want to say April 1st. The beginning of the month. Or, yeah, the beginning of April. Just so we can fill in a month's backlog. Even though I know that my other video did cover some April. But just to put it on this video, we're going to overlap them. Just so we can have some sort of understanding of what's going on before we get to the current development. So let's see here. Going on back, April 10th, April 9th. Let's see here, April 8th, April 5th, April 4th. Let's see. Oh, that's too far. Too far. Here we go. And, I wonder if we should do March 31st. Is that too much? No, we can do that. Sure, let's do it. I'll start off on March 31st, 2022. So, starting off the conversation's going to be, hold on one second. I just want to make sure everything's streaming properly. Looking good. All right. Like it and love it. So starting off, Scarecrow starts the conversation. Hi, I'm trying to run Ravencoin wallet on Testnet. I've tried Win releases 4.3.2.1-25A and 4.7, but both get stuck sync 31 weeks behind. I've tried for about a week, starting over a couple of times and re-indexing, etc. I've also Googled and read all I could find. Is there a known fix somewhere or anybody who knows what to do? Jaraz responds to Scarecrow, you need 4.7 and you might be stuck on a fork because of using the old version. Remove blockchain files and sync again. Scarecrow responds, okay, we'll try again, thanks. And let's see, Joshitan jumps into the conversation, responding to Raven Rebels. So the original, I guess, comment from Raven Rebels was, here's a video explaining on how to use RPC with Node.js. And there's a YouTube video link there. So Joshitan responds, RPC in Python is easier. And he posted a screenshot of what he's talking about. It takes an iterable as the argument. Kinkajou responds, everything in Python is easier except front-end web dev. Joshitan responds, sucks. That's popular these days. Have you ever tried Django? And there's a link to the djangoproject.com. You got a thumbs up response for that. Kinkajou responds, I did mess around a bit with Flask/Django, but I guess I'm too stuck in my ways. I might have to learn it. So much reading. Blockchain devs needed. DM me. That's from Manhattan on April 3rd. April 4th says, actually, sorry. Well, you know what? We haven't even got to development meetings. That's fine. We'll jump over to that right now. Wolf Stocka responds, Scarecrow, did you get your Testnet 7 to fully sync? I'm seeing some 4.8 nodes while trying to sync today. Is that the latest? I'm not seeing it on FDOV's GitHub. Crawlradar responds, they're from Hans. Here's a link to the Discord. Latest build from the development branch. So that's okay. That's the end of April 4th. Now, April 5th. Wolf Sokta responds, I did a full resync, deleted everything but wallet.dat with 1.7 and stuck at the same spot. Any ideas? And here's a screenshot where he's stuck. I'll give Hans' version a try. Wolf Sokta responds, found the answer over in Testnet. Required an invalidate block and a reconsider block. It was stuck on block 11273533 for me. Okay. Just check everything here. Still going good. All right. Kinkajou responds, at Alpha, you still working on mineable assets, question mark? Alpha responds, unfortunately, been busy finishing up grad school, but I have full intentions of deep diving into it next month at the latest after finals if nobody has knocked it out beforehand. Don't want to halt progress, of course, but I am excited to be able to contribute back to the network that got me started on my journey. Awesome to hear that, Alpha. Now Kinkajou responds to Alpha, I don't think anyone else has expressed interest in picking up the bounty. Lots of people asking about when it will be finished, though. Just want to know if you're still planning to pursue it. Glad to hear you are. And that's the end of the conversation for April 5th. Now moving on over to April 6th. Jaraz opens the conversation, responding to Wolf Sakta. Looks like many people get stuck here. I also get someone on Reddit sending me a DM about the exact same block. Crowd Reddit responds to Jaraz. Here's a github.com/ravencoin/issues/1188. Jaraz responds, thank you. Bad Guy TY responds to Kinkajou. I would love to have it, but didn't consider programming it myself as I am a C++ dev at heart. And that's the end of the conversation for April 6th. Now, April 7th, there's only one message here from Wolf Sakta. At Alpha, thanks for picking up the mineable asset bounty. And now April 8th. Bad Guy TY, I can't wait for the next release. Okay, so can we get to mineable assets release? What bugs need fixing? I'll walk this to get the gates of release if need be myself. Kinkajou responds, SegWit, mineable assets, but next release will include neither since we've been working on just P2SH assets for over 1 year now. Bad Guy TY responds, this release is P2SH. QWERTY Queer responds at Shiggity, who is the main admin, ? Or who manages the operations, ? Bad Guy TY responds, Tron. Shiggity responds to QWERTY Queer, what do you mean by main admin? QWERTY Queer responds to Shiggity, I mean, who is the main person behind Raven, ? Bad Guy TY responds, and exactly what operation? Shiggity responds, Tron. Does development there nobody else behind Raven? It's like asking who else is behind Bitcoin. QWERTY Queer responds to Bad Guy TY, I have a plan to make Raven bigger, so who manages this? Shiggity responds, who manages Bitcoin? Bad Guy TY responds, our magical internet money needs no manager. TLDR, there is no marketing budget. Kinkajou responds to QWERTY Queer, everyone running Ravencore software. We have open developer meetings every Friday, today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in development meetings. Bad Guy TY responds, I really need to set an alarm for those. Let's see. QWERTY Queer responds to Kinkajou, where can I discuss with everyone? Kinkajou responds to QWERTY Queer, development meetings in 3 hours. QWERTY Queer responds to Kinkajou, in 3 hours I won't be available. Kinkajou responds to QWERTY Queer, post your questions here or send them to me in DM and I will present them at the meeting. You can read answers later. QWERTY Queer responds, I can't share it openly with other users. Don't post it somewhere where everyone can see. Only developers should be able to see. Kinkajou responds, you can only send it to me and I can send it to the core devs, or you can send it to Tron directly. QWERTY Queer responds, okay. Bad Guy TY responds, dev meeting today. Jaraz responds, FYI, with a link to github.com/pigeoncoin/pigeoncoin/issues/28 hashtag issue comment -1093464469. Their upcoming dates will address the network conflicts with Ravencoin. And that is the end of the conversation for April 8th. Now moving over to April 9th. Finally, says Seal Clever. And Kinkajou responds to Bad Guy TY with a, I guess, what do you call it? Emoji? Give me a second here. Okay. And then that moving over to April 10th, Bootstrap responds, I'm trying to run linearize to export a bootstrap.dat file for Ravencoin, and I can see the algo was changed here. x16rv2 underscore activation underscore time equals 156994560, so I can import x16r underscore hash dash master and x16rv2 underscore hash dash master successfully and set the max height to that block ID. However, I don't see how to hard stop it at that point, as it just keeps failing on the net magic, obviously due to the algo change, so I'm trying to figure out how to run it before and after type of fashion. Would appreciate any help. Who's that? I underscore responds, I would love to help. What can I help you to do? Bootstrap responds, so I don't know how to make it hard stop at 15699456600. I underscore responds, Bootstrap's responds, I'm trying to see which actual BLK file that is. I underscore responds, I suppose you were downloading the blockchain. Bootstrap responds, I have the blockchain. I want to convert it into a DAT file though. I underscore responds, did you stop downloading it at that block number 15699456600 question mark? Bootstrap responds, not at all. I underscore responds, okay. Bootstrap responds, I have the whole chain. I underscore responds, oh. Bootstrap responds, oh, so I'm trying to see if a file name can be correlated back to a height, for example, block 00012.dat. There's probably an easy way, but I've not found it yet. Let's see. I underscore responds, I don't actually know what the file is for. Bootstrap responds, oh, it's just a random one in the chain. I underscore responds, oh, okay. Oh, activation time, I see. Sorry, I can't help you anymore with this. Bootstrap responds, activation time, question mark? Huh? Okay, thanks anyways. I underscore responds, you pasted x16rv2 underscore activation underscore time equals 15699456600. Bootstrap responds, ah, yes. I underscore responds, I still don't understand what the problem was. Bootstrap responds, so basically the exporter fails due to the algo change, so I'm trying to work around that. I underscore responds, what are you exporting? Bootstrap responds, the chain into a .dat file. I underscore responds, I don't know what Bootstrap is in the context. Oh, like a single file? Bootstrap responds, oh, it's like a seed file. I underscore responds, a wallet or the blockchain, question mark. Bootstrap responds, the blockchain. I underscore responds, I want the blockchain on one file, question mark. Bootstrap responds, sorry, seed probably not best word. Bootstrap responds to I underscore, yep. I underscore responds, why don't you just make a zip file from the folder the blockchain is in? Bootstrap responds, cause that doesn't solve my problem. I underscore responds, what's the problem? Bootstrap responds, I want a DAT file to rebuild the chain whenever necessary. I underscore responds, why don't you just use a zip file, then unzip it when you want to use it? Bootstrap responds, because that has no programmatic challenge and I want it done via a DAT file for my own learnings. I underscore responds, if it needs to be portable to be transported to a different system, that would work. Oh. Bootstrap responds, it's technically possible, but because Raven changed the algo halfway through, it makes it trickier. Anyways, I'll keep looking. I underscore responds, there is for sure a program that would turn a folder which files it into a .dat file. Well, a data file has no meaning to the name about it really. So if I were you, I'd use a zip or a RAR file or any other archive method. Joe responds to Bootstrap, it changed twice. Bootstrap responds, I have the X16R and the X16R v2. Was there a third change, question mark? The last time I checked, it was still kapow. Bootstrap responds, I've got kapow activation TS equals 15851599200 at draws, which is X16RV2, question mark. I underscore responds, kapow is the algorithm name. It could and probably does go by another name, but that's how I know it. To be honest, what's the difference from SHA-256 and kapow? Who knows? Bootstrap responds, found the height and change. Kapow underscore activation underscore height equals 1219736. Joe Raw's response to Bootstrap, X16R, then it's X16RV2, then it's kapow. Joe Raw's continues to respond to I underscore with a link to binaryx.com/blog/what-is-progpow. Bootstrap responds to Jaraz, so do you have the height activation for X16RV2 by any chance, question mark? Still Clever jumps into the conversation. October 1st, 2019, we forked. I don't know exactly which block, but there was a huge drop in hash rate you could use that to pinpoint it maybe at Bootstrap. Bootstrap responds X16RV2 activation TS equals 15675333600 equals Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019 at 1800 hours GMT. Kapow activation TS equals 1585159200. Now we need to trace back which block that might be. Bootstrap response to SealClever. Thanks for the hint. SealClever responds Qt version 2.5.1 of Ravencoin. Bootstrap responds X16RV2 underscore start underscore block 6048. Never mind, that dates doesn't seem to correlate. What is the DGW underscore start underscore block 338778? Gerard's response to Bootstrap, does the blockchain info command in the terminal not give enough info? Question mark. Bootstrap responds, haven't tried it to be honest. I'll give it a go. And here's a link to ravencoin.atomicwallet.io/block/ bunch of numbers and letters after that. I managed to find the range roughly. Height 906918. Confirmation 1320460. Timestamp Tuesday 1st October 2019 UTC. Gerard's response to Bootstrap. Ravencoin changed the difficulty adjustment to dark gravity wave after about 6 months. Just need to nail it down better. Gerard's response, anyways, Bootstrap are not really recommended because they form a danger for users and the chain itself, but it's your own chain to begin with that you plan to use on your own other devices. I guess it's not that big of an issue. Bootstrap response, yeah, it's just for me to be honest. Block 906850 seems to be the closest maybe. Needs some more testing. Gerard has a screenshot here of the git block info. And Bootstrap response, not sure if that has the info question mark. Doesn't look like it. Gerard's response, Bootstrap responds, what the fork is due at 9 PDT on October 1st, 2019. Oh, I'm off by the time. It's 1600 UTC it seems. Gerard's response, doesn't look like the info is there. The first Kapow block was 1219736. Bootstrap responds, yep. Gerard's response, the rest I would need to dig out of the code. Bootstrap responds, I found the block, I think. Block 907776. Timestamp Tuesday, 1st October 2019, 155959 UTC, after which there is a gap of about 30 minutes. Gerard's response to Quarverde. Probably you know them from the top of his head as he had to implement them into Electrum, starting block of X16RV2. Bootstrap responds with a link to rvn.tokenview.com/en/block/90776. I am fairly certain this is the one, if I guessed correctly. Bootstrap responds with another link, rvnblockexplorer.com/transaction/ a bunch of numbers and letters after that. This one doesn't appear to reveal the algo. Gerard's responds to not sure who because they originally deleted their message. Ravencoin Classic is not Ravencoin. Bootstrap responds, yeah, I realize that. It's not just around the same time. I think the fork stuff was going on. Probably just a distraction, to be honest. Gerard's responds, yeah, it's been a while. Classic was the old X16R chain. Quarverde responds, what's up, question mark. Here's some chain stats. github.com/electrum-rvn-sig/electrum-ravencoin/blob/ a bunch of numbers and letters after that, /blockchain.py #L51. Bootstrap responds to Quarverde, was the net magic phrase changed to RAVN3 question mark to align with the one of the algo changes question mark? Quarverde responds, sorry, I don't know the P2P net info. Bootstrap responds, trying to figure out the heights of the algo changes. Quarverde responds, 1219736 is Kapow. All I know is the timestamp of X16R2. Bootstrap responds, block 907776. This looks like the block. Is there a way to confirm? Quarverde responds, hash the header and check. Bootstrap responds, I see what you mean. Yeah, I can do that. I'll report back in case anyone else is interested. SealClever responds, let me know. And that is the end of the conversation of the 10th of April. Now moving on over to the 11th of April. Bootstrap starts the conversation. Yep, I've confirmed it's 907776. And with the screenshot here, Bootstrap also continues with another response. Also, there is something peculiar with a specific block with another screenshot here. Crowd the response, is the magic a part of the header or is it something else? I'm not sure what it's referring to. Seal Clever response, is the hash changing every time ? Bootstrap responds, the magic is missing for some reason, i.e. RAVN text, which is part of the header. Bootstrap responds, the hash no longer matches from 90776. Bootstrap responds, oh, I think I fixed the identification for X16R2. Now I've got. Any idea what should be the value for the headers ? I did some digging. And he has block underscore number, the number of blocks given, difficulty, the difficulty of the POW algorithm, mining underscore hash, the hash of the mining header, mix underscore hash together with the nonce forms the actual proof, nonce together with the mix underscore hash forms the actual proof. Hashtag based on mining underscore hash, block number and difficulty we can perform. Hashtag the actual proof of work POW mechanism to mine the correct number. Hashtag nonce and mix underscore hash for this block. Nonce mix underscore hash equals mine underscore POW underscore nonce. Block dot number, block dot header dot mining underscore hash, block dot header dot difficulty. So this mix hash is a combo of a few things. Anyone have any ideas ? Final, and here's final underscore hash equals kapow.light.verify, or excuse me, underscore verify, and bytes headers underscore hash, bytes mix underscore hash nonce. So that's an example of the code. And let's see, crowd the response, mix hash is part of the header. github.com/electrum-rv-sig/electrum-ravencoin/blob/ a bunch of numbers and letters /electrum/blockchain.py #L92. Bootstrap responds, interesting. And that ends the conversation for the 11th of April. Moving on over to the 12th. Bootstrap starts the conversation. So I found this one, github.com/brian11238/x16r underscore hash, and this one, github.com/ravencommunity/x16rv2 underscore hash. But I can't find the proper one for Kapow. I think I found the code I need, and he has a screenshot here of the code. Bootstrap responds with another screenshot of version, previous block, hash, Merkle root, timestamp, difficulty, target, nonce. So this is the original kind of the header build. I think Raven uses a longer header, right? ? Bootstrap responds, I'm only extracting a 80 byte char header. I'm guessing this is insufficient after pawpow. At Seal Clever, I think you were doing some work around nonce values? ? How much bigger did the header grow after the change? Crowdwriter responds, the post Kapow header is 120 bytes. Bootstrap responds with a screenshot of the Bitcoin block header, trying to figure out which fields have been expanded. And Bootstrap responds with some more code of the header and the Kapow data. Crowdwriter responds, it's in that link I sent you. Bootstrap responds, so I figured this out. Initial block is 80 plus 4 height ? +8 nonce +28 mix underscore hash ? What link ? Sorry, did I miss that? Crowdwriter responds to himself with the link with the period. Okay. Bootstrap responds, oh, let me check. And he screenshotted the Kapow activation TS and the code. So I think I'm correct with 80 plus 4 height ? +8 nonce +28 mix underscore hash ? Found it. 88 :120. Thanks. Crowdwriter responds, the nonce is in the different spot depending on pre/post Kapow 2. Bootstrap, oh no. And he posted some more code there, the Kapow header type. Crowdwriter responds to he says looks right. Bootstrap responds with some more code, the X16R header type, and Crowdwriter responds, yep, for X16 _2 as well, I just call it pre-Kapow. Bootstrap. Awesome. Okay. I'm slowly figuring this out. Thanks for the help. Crowd brother. No problem. That ends the conversation for the 12th of April. I guess I skipped that. Huh? Okay, moving on to over to the 13th. What? Tamarantama? What? Tamaratamam. Hello, I don't understand why when I try to check wallet balance using raven.cli, I get errors. And here's some code of what he's getting. How can I get the balance of this wallet? Question mark. LSJ IO7 responds to, let's call him Tam. Are you using address index equals 1, comma, tx index equals 1, and asset index equals 1 in your raven.config file? If you need to query data in other addresses to your wallet address, you need to tell the wallet to index the stuff outside of your wallet. Quad rather responds, you can see, excuse me, you can't see the addresses in core without adding them to your wallet and indexing. Raven Rebel's response to Tam. You should learn about Ravencoin Electrum. Super nice. You can, with ease, have a tiny script that checks the balance of any Ravencoin address using Electrum. Check out this tutorial like GitHub in the description. And here's a YouTube video to the Ravencoin Electrum plus node.js. Whoops, went a little too far here. Tam responds, no, I didn't. After adding address index equals 1, transaction tx index equals 1, asset index equals 1 to raven.config and starting node, it crashed after loading block index. And here's the code and what happened. LSJ IO7 responds, it needs to resync and add all the addresses and assets and transactions to the database. For a node checking addresses, assets, and transactions out of the wallet, I recommend having those couple of lines in ARIA code. It takes longer to sync initially, but it's worth it in my opinion, as wallet.dat, file swaps, etc. are much faster. Plus, all the information on the blockchain is the indexed ready to use. First time doing a full sync will take a while. The standard node defaults to only care about the wallet transactions relating directly to the users, wallet.dat, and ignores everything else to speed up normal users' initial blockchain syncs for only their one wallet. Tam responds to LSJ7, maybe then I'm going the wrong way, question mark. I have conditional 100 addresses created inside the node. I need to track deposits and miner rewards to the addresses. Maybe I should use some other command instead. Get address balance, question mark. And what do you mean under resync, question mark? I must delete data IR, question mark. LSJ IO7 responds, apologies. I thought you were trying to get information about addresses outside of your wallet. 2 secs. I would use get balance. Tam responds, this function does not suit me because I will not be able to show the user the transaction, TX ID, deposit time, and sender's address. Okay, interesting. LSJ7 responds, list unspent, question mark, if those are the only addresses in the wallet. Tam responds, it is much better for my target, but I don't understand why it shows me only last transactions while there are actually 2. And here's a screenshot of the, I guess, balance in the wallet and some code. Crawlbetter responds, because unspent is only for outputs and unused outputs. Tam responds, okay, so I will try to sync with address index equals 1 and etc. And that ends the conversation for the 13th of April. Moving on over to the 14th. Synth responds, hi guys, I noticed asset transactions don't appear with raven.cli, list unspent command. Is there a way I can pool asset transactions so I can check how many confirmations they have and what assets / how many assets the transactions involved, question mark. Birdminer responds, is it possible with RPC calls to import an address with private keys into a new wallet and have the ability to spend, transfer, etc.? I see import address in the RPC options, but also have a note adds a script in hex or address that can be watched as if it were in your wallet but cannot be used to spend. Quadrat responds, you need to reindex after adding a new address. Import priv keys would be what you what you want though. Bird Miner responds, so just import priv keys and rescan, question mark? Crowd Editor responds, yeah. Bird Miner responds, did import priv keys to the new wallet. Wallet did the rescan and I can see the recent transactions. However, balance is 0 and get address balance is 0. So I cannot access funds to spend, transfer, etc. Did I miss something, question mark? It looks like I can transfer the asset. I just can't access the balance to send. I can reload the old wallet and see the balance again. It's just not working with import priv key. Crowd the response to Bird Miner. Do you have RVN and asset on that specific priv key, private key, question mark? It's different than a mnemonic. Bird Miner responds, I had to initiate a send from the old wallet to the new. Now I can see the funds on the new wallet. Had to pay the fee, however. Yes, I do have the Raven and asset on that key. They are tied to the same address. Crowd responds, yeah, but you'd need Raven to send them to. Did you want to import just one address or the whole wallet? Bird Miner responds, just the one address. Crowd responds, all right. And that's it for the 14th. Now moving over to the 15th. There's only one here. This is a response. This is LSJ-IO7 responding to synth get transactions. Now the 16th, George Arturo starts the conversation. Hi, first of all, caca. Anyone has a clue on how script transactions are implemented on Ravencoin, or where I could see some information about it? Crowd the response to George Arturo. You mean like P2SH, question mark? George Arturo responds to Crowd Verde. Yes, sir. Crowd Verde responds, it's the same as Bitcoin. Asset info is appended to the locking script as in P2PK/H. Hans Schmidt responds to George Arturo with a link to hans-schmidt-get-hub.io/mastering_ravencoin/analysis/breakdown_of_a_transactions.html. Corey jumps into the conversation. Hey, Ravencoin paper wallet you provided on your website is based on walletgenerator.net. You should avoid to use that website's code-based. Crowd responds, why? Seal Clever responds, I think they'd use your IP as seed or something and somehow stole something. I don't know. And here's a link to github.com/msft server/ravencoin-paper wallet. This you can use offline. Used it back in 2018, still works today. Or is this also walletgenerator.net based, question mark? And that ends the 16th of April. Now moving over to the 17th. Yes, it is. I made a paper wallet for Ravencoin. No need 10,000 lines up for this. All you need a few lines, that's all. holdsmywallet.com/ravencoin.html. It generates compressed addresses but will do the job. Please read the instructions before using like every paper/cold wallet generator. That's cool. Thanks, dude. Got to give a shout out to Corey. Now, So Clever responds with a link to github.com/coreycoding/paper-wallet. Cool. You can send a PR in GitHub to the add/remove them from website. George Arturo responds to Hans Schmidt. Nice, thanks. Amazing that Raven has native operations. And that ends the 17th of April. Now moving over to the 18th. Neil starts the conversation. There is more complete breakdown of all asset transaction types in full detail. Also a page by Hans, I believe, here. ravencoin.org/assets. Kinkajou responds to Neil. I think at Quaverde made that. And moving over to the 19th of April. Rambo and Tonga starts the conversation. Hello guys, is there any drawbacks from running nodes on a higher port other than 8767, i.e. 38767? It's just that ravennodes.com shows negative numbers, so I wanted to double check. Rambo and Tonga continues. By the way, guys, I created a Docker container for running the RVN node. It is also sharing a Bootstrap file via torrent with the same containers running the image. I plan to add the MD5 check also to verify integrity, and also add a simple website to check the status of the node, which I also plan to improve. Please take a look and let me know what you have suggestions. GitHub.com/ D Ramirez RT / RVN core server docker. Quad better the response to Rambo and Tonga. Traditionally, ports are within the 2 square root 16-bit range, but there shouldn't be an issue if it works. Rambo and Tonga response, gotcha. Yeah, I sent those to run on 38767, but I plan to pass it as an environment variable so it can be configured. Rambo and Tonga response to Quad Beta, thanks. And the 20th of April, it looks like it is hidden. Most likely spam. Let's see, show message. What does it say? This is, let's see. This is from powerminers.tech. Please tell people who knows what engine is the pool ravenpool.ninja? Question mark. Mango Farms, this is for the April 22nd. Mango Farms jumps into the conversation. Responding to Seal Clubber, I would recommend generating paper wallets using an offline Ian Coleman on a Linux box with tails. Ravencoin.org/BIP44. It's not perfect, but I really don't trust paper wallet generators. If you are going to go through the trouble, really best to use RVN Core on an offline Linux box to generate a key pair. en.bitcoin.it/wiki/cold_storage. Just use the RVN Core instead of BTC. And moving over to the 23rd of April, Rede123 starts the conversation. Hi, fund. Link yimp strap algo kapow. Jaraz response, not get sentence full understand. Okay, now Blockchain John, that's me. What is a link to the Ravencoin IPFS peers list? I would like to sync my node to it to help support the Ravencoin IPFS network. The Hans Schmidt responds, are you looking for this? github.com/mangofarm assets/ravencoin-ipfs.peer-ids. I actually was. Let me say that before I lose it. 1 second here, you guys. I know I can always go back, but I don't want to forget. So thank you for that. Got it. Actually, I should respond. Actually, that's what I should do, huh? Whoops. There we go. Okay, continuing on. LSJ-IO7 responds at Mango Farms. When you get on here, the above IPFS file is awesome, thanks. The first 3 nodes are perfect and add. The last 2 don't work. Just FYI at the moment for me. Sanayak responds, admin please. Seal Club responds, admin please. Mango Farm responds at LSJ-IO7 at Hans Schmidt. Let me know if anyone has other notes to add. Just put in a PR. The more connections, the better for all. I'm actually going to respond with an awesome on that. Thumbs up. At Blockchain John. Yeah. Thanks. LSJ-IO7, I have to update it, but the first 3 will get you going. Now that I know others are connecting, I'll keep it current. We have made a lot of changes structurally, and that list is something I've let slip. And that ends the conversation for the 23rd of April. Now moving over to the 24th. So Clever responds with a link, github.com/ravencommunity/kapowminer/pool/115 at FDOB. Bit late, but it's here now. And then Blockchain John responds, for anyone that wants to listen. Oh yeah, so this was Ravencoin development community update number 9. I posted a link there. Now moving over to the 29th, the Humble Miner starts the conversation. Hoping to generate some funds for a few active devs. Twitter.com/Raven_friend status. Yeah, basically checking that out. Now May 1st. LSJ-IO7 starts the conversation. I have completed a partial sync and full sync from scratch using 4.8.5 test 1. All good as far as I can see. Synced perfectly. I'm just slow reporting back. Quick Quick Mithril responds, hello everyone. So we're about to release the next version of HODL software, which will support RVN, providing both our third-party wallets and cross-chain trading. Transactions are broadcast using the Electrum X servers we found online, but plans are to set up one of our own as well. I was hoping someone here could help out with some things. First, I could not find any info on recommended transaction fees aside from looking at the cost of recent transactions. We have it set to 1125 sats/bytes default with minimum 1000 and maximum 10,000. Does that seem reasonable? And is there any info on dust limits or minimum send amount, etc.? Second, also, we're using a Bitcoin J/altcoin J implementation which already supports LTC/Doge. We found a Ravencoin J repo, but it seems like nothing was really changed from the Bitcoin version, so we added parameters from the main chain params.cpp file in the RVN core repo. Everything is working properly for our purposes, but I figured it could also be helpful for others to use for their own projects. Might be good for someone to double check things there though, just to be sure. Here's a couple links to github.com /. The links are there. Let's see. Crowdweather responds, one thing that pops out immediately is that the total Raven amount is 21 billion, not million. Quick Myrtle response, yeah, I have that command there, I had that commented there. I think there was an issue when I compiled. Since it was too large of a value, I needed to change the type where it's called in somewhere else, from an int to a long or something like that. Thanks for the reminder. I'll add it to my notes. Black Letter responds, supply is actually 21.5 billion. Kinkager responds, actually it's 21.3018048828 billion. Quick Myrtle responds, I see. 21 million it is then. What? Bad Guy TY responds, has anyone built a file that verifies a signature of an address, then checks that address has an ACID and decrypts itself if it does, ? I mean, I can do most of this server side, but would like to have it self-contained. I mean, I can already use Squawker API to get a verification that the address signed a message. I'm just trying to take a step further to get it all in one place so I can stand alone as an IPFS resource, and you don't need anything else but your wallet SIG and it decrypts. Bad Guy TY responds, I guess I'll need to go off AETs to pass the public key signed message. Raven Rebel responds to Bad Guy TY, I have a question regarding the third step. 1. Verify signature of address. 2. Check that address has ACID. 3. ? Decrypt itself? ? What do you mean when you say decrypt itself? Bad Guy TY responds to Raven Rebels. So I want to have it so only people have purchased the song to be able to listen to, but have it all contained in a single package. I came to the conclusion that it would just be easier to not have the file try to verify ownership, but just require a pre-shared key encrypted to the address using their address encryption tag PGP key. I guess you could have it reach out to a server to get verification of ownership on top of the decryption key with some time-stamped message, but once again needing to reach out. For now, I'm just going to build a membership token page that requires a token/unique ACID, and one that requires a token purchase in the last days/blocks from a distributor address. So we can start selling crypto fans only pages. Well, but could be some club membership or ownership of an NFT from a specific project. And that's it. That is it. Other than my 2 responses just right now, I just thanks Hans Schmidt and Mango Farms. Cool. That's it for development. Guess what? Now we're going over to the meat and potatoes, to the development channel. And we're going to go back to April 1st. Scroll on back. There we go. April 1st. So these are all the development meetings that have been going on. They come out every single Friday here on the Discord channel. So if you don't have a Discord link. Hopefully I come out with the video soon thereafter to give you guys the update, and I'm just reading verbatim of what's going on in the development meeting channel. But if you do have a Discord channel, you're not here in the Ravencoin Discord, you should join to know what's going on. Every single Friday, the developers are always meeting up here, and if you want to interact with them, the channel does open up for public interactions to talk about what's going on with development. Okay, so April 1st, channel open. Kinkajo responds. Tron responds, thanks at Kinkajo for opening up the channel each week. I'm still working on the 6 failing test. It is related to P2SH changes and is standard transaction functions. I can easily fix the test to not error, but I want to understand the ramifications of IS standard TX function failing before making changes. One of the tests is failing as dust and the other with script pubkey. It might be as simple as adding a type for P2SH, but that might also have knock-on effects to allow a transaction type that we shouldn't allow. These are the tests that are failing. Feature underscore fee underscore estimation.py, feature underscore max upload target.py, mempool underscore limit.py, mining underscore priorities transaction.py, wallet underscore basic.py, rpc underscore address index.py. Kinkajo responds, same failure myself, and at I lay pipe got. Can we look at merging 1184 to develop it if it has been reviewed? github.com/ravenproject/ravencoin/pool/1184 hashtag issue comment -1076532365. It seems to be the source of a lot of issues on the testnet. There's also been some talk about adding @quaverde as a core developer in hashtag ravenqt-sig-working. Perhaps he should have permissions, ? Hans Schmidt responds, FYI, I changed the way non-standard transactions work on testnet in PR number 1048. Previously, the chain rejected non-standard transactions according to main net : true, testnet : false, reg test : false. The except non-STD TXN CLI switch option was broken and had no effect. After the PR, all chain defaults to rejecting non-standard transactions while allowing the accept non-STD TXN switch to change that behavior on testnet and reg test, but not mainnet. Let's get some water here. It's been a while since we drank some water. Okay, where are we at? LSJ IO7 responds, one dev meeting starts and suddenly there's like a few new miners on testnet. Welcome. Tron responds, merged 1184. Hans Schmidt responds, thanks. Kinkajo responds, I'll go ahead and close the channel then. Thanks everyone for coming. And that was the end of that meeting. Moving over to the 8th of April. Bad Guy TY starts the conversation. Yay! Kinkajo responds, hello, channels should be open. Bad Guy TY responds, okay, what's the stats on the bugs? I want this released out the door so I can push through the mineable assets. How much C++ am I going to have to learn to get this done? ? Someone _2. Well, there's also the hash header bug or whatever they're called, that was come across. It was snagged / discovered on testnet. Bad Guy TY responds, I had to go dig through Java earlier this week to find a stupid setting because the local devs couldn't be bothered to figure out the issue themselves. Someone _2 responds, kind of a recap of last week's meeting. Tron's investigating why the Python test failed and wanted to investigate it further because it involves consensus code. Tron responds to Bad Guy TY, quite a bit. Also a good understanding of the format of the Coinbase transactions and the UTXO model. Also some Python to add functional test. LSJ IO7 responds, hi. Bad Guy TY responds, I got Python down. Tron responds, still working on the test. Last week was very busy. Bad Guy TY responds, yeah, I had to actually go into the office this week. Tron responds, the Blockchain Law Alliance site launched roundtable.io/blockchain-law-alliance. You got 3 thumbs up for that. Bad Guy TY responds, nice, we need some sensible laws. Tron responds, we should be able to get in front of a few U.S. senators, Loomis and Lee at a minimum. Bad Guy TY responds, the other day Romney tried to tell me crypto was still a tool for criminals. Kinkaju responds, crypto is for everyone. Tron responds to Bad Guy TY, pointing him to this site. It will help correct these type of misunderstandings. Utah is in pretty good shape for crypto. There's already discussion of being able to pay for state services and taxes in crypto. It's some of the other states' senators that need more education. Bad Guy TY responds, anyways, so to get this release out the door, we need to figure out why those 6 Python tests were failing. Tron responds, I am on the executive board of the recently formed Utah Blockchain Coalition, www.utahblockchain.org. Bad Guy TY responds, I'm not good at coding non-Python languages, but finding bugs and digging through code I do well. Someone_2 responds, any news on the header hash issues on Testnet? I know people have been using the invalid and reconsider command. I never got it to work, kept crapping out. Maybe it fixed and I don't know about it. Kinkaju responds, are you running Hanj 4.8 release? Question mark. Someone_2 responds, I am not, no. Haven't tried syncing anything Testnet in at least a week. I had originally set out to try doing the DPI scaling test as I see it as something I can do without knowing how to code it and would be an item to finally knock off the list. Never got the Testnet client to sync. Kinkaju responds, github.com/ravenproject/ravencoin/issues/1188. Have you tried invalidate block, reconsider block? Described here, question mark. Tron responds, if anyone has node IP addresses for the testnet, could you put them here, question mark? Someone_2 responds, yep. Tried the invalidate block and reconsider. It didn't work. Tried it 4 times. I was not aware of a new testnet client was out. Quasi walked me through it. Kinkaju responds, Hans new release can be found here. github.com/hans-smith/ravencoin/releases/tag/v4.8.0 test 1. Someone_2 responds, we'll give it a try. Hans Schmidt responds, the 4.8 version does not contain a fix for the block hashtag 112735 issues on testnet. In practice, a lot of people have been finding that 4.8 doesn't fail purely because it is statically linked, and they were previously using a client which they built themselves with dynamic linking, which appears to fail much more often. I spent some time looking at this issue, but it looks like a really flaky race condition, and testnet has been so inconsistently mined that it's often hard to tell which issues are specific to testnet. I ended up putting this on the back burner for a while. Someone_2 responds, I still try it out. We'll see how it goes. Hans Schmidt responds to Tron, I just picked the best ones from here. rvnt.cryptoscope.io/network. Kinkaju responds, I will see if I can work out a long-term fix for the testnet mining issues this week then. And that is the end of that conversation, or that meeting. Now moving over to the 15th. Channel open. Got 2 thumbs up from for Kinkaju. At Tron, any progress on the 6 failing tests? Question mark. John responds, some. I recall having the test pass for P2SH and requesting another test or 2 for a failing multisig. I started with master and pool in the other P2SH changes, and the test passed. Somewhere along the way, the test broke. Next step, find out where/when. And that's the end of that meeting. Now moving over to the 22nd. Kinkaju opens with a wavy hand emoji. Savvy responds, hey ya. LSJ IO7 responds, hi. Steelers responds with another wavy hand. Hanschmidt responds, yo. LSJ IO7 responds, what's the priority at the moment? Anything we can help with? Hanschmidt responds, testing on Testnet. I spent half a day this week back and forth with BF diagnosing and developing a patch for the Testnet block number 1127354 sync hang bug. We believe that this fixes the bug, but the intermediate nature of the bug makes additional testing necessary. Pre-compiled binaries including this PR for use on Testnet testing are available at github.com/hans-schmidt/ravencoin/releases/tag/v4.8.5 test1. The bug is related to the use of subqualifiers for restricted assets and exists in all previous versions of core which supports restricted assets. Since it is a failure in reading cache properly, it does not occur once the cache flushes to database, making it dependent on node speed, compile types, and other things which affect timing. Crawlwriter responds, I'll move my mining node over. And that's the end of that meeting. Now moving over to the 29th of April. Kinkajo responds, or starts the conversation, channel open. At Tron, any more progress made on those failing tests? Tron responds, I haven't had much time. I have found one specific PR that adds 3 failures, so narrowing it down. Sorry, I missed last week's dev meeting. I was speaking at the Utah Bitcoin conference. Kinkajo responds to Tron, which PR is it? Tron responds to Kinkajo with a hash. Features _ asset _ p2sh.py failed 2 seconds. Second test runs only gave 2 failures. One other failure may have been a connection failure. Has anyone experienced sync failures using pre-compiled binaries, including the PR for use on Testnet? Testing are available at github.com/hans-schmidt/ravencoin/releases/tag/v4.8.5 test1 ? Someone _2 responds, I had been specifically having sync problems repeatedly. The one at the above link seems to have fixed it. Synced no problem at all on the first try. Kinkajo responds, I'll test that release Monday, but I wasn't having sync issues with the previous 2 releases. At CodeTester, did any of you get a chance to look at it this week? ? LSJ IO7 responds, I haven't tested that. Downloaded and syncing now. Partial syncing now. After that, we'll try a full sync. LSJ IO7 responds, the last 3 weeks has taken a while. 10 nodes connected, 0 banned. Mango Farms responds, no sync issues with 4.8.5 on my end, but have had unexplained crashes on Windows when solo mining Testnet for multiple versions. Can't say what causes it. The miner continues to run, so it is on Raven side, but the log reports only show GUI errors. LSJ IO7 responds, are you still getting crashes on 4.8.5 specifically? ? I understood that had a fixed for mining rapid blocks in succession. Mango Farms responds, yes. At startup 4.8.5 will mine a ton of blocks quickly until the difficulty adjusts, but after about a day I'll notice it is shut down with the miner and Windows still running. The log shows GUI errors, but that's it. I have it up until now, so we'll drop the log when it replicates it again. LSJ IO7 response, my node is claiming the partial sync will finish in 10 minutes. I'll redo a full sync after the partial finishes. Hans Schmidt responds to LSJ IO7, the mining bug which we fixed did not crash core. It locked up core in a continuous loop which you couldn't get out of without killing core, but it required a very specific set of circumstances. Mango Farms responds with looks like a photo here of his core. Yeah. There's the last log before a crash, but I wasn't very methodical about being certain that was the last thing. I'll keep an eye on it and wait for the crash, then post with more certainty. It's not a 4.8.5 issue. It has been happening for a while. I thought it was Windows sleeping, but this last go I learned that it was not. Hansmet response to Mango Farms. Never seen that one before. You say multiple versions. Do you know if that includes V 4.3.2.1 or only newer versions? Question mark. Mango Farms response. Only post 4.3.2.1 and only Windows. I have posted 4.3.2.1 Testnet Linux node running without issues. I'll see if I can narrow down and produce a log. I'm sure immediately preceded the crash next time it does it. Mind you, I'm solo mining on this node, so that could be a unique factor at play. Hansmet response, which miner are you using so I can try to duplicate? TT miner, question mark. Mango Farms response, TT. Windows 10 Home is the OS. Hansmet response, with all those GUI errors and Windows only, it might be Qt related since we did a lot of Qt upgrading since we worked v 4.3.2.1. The Qt in 4.3.2.1 was dangerously old. The upgrade fixed multiple Qt security issues, but a number of projects have reported other new bugs. LSJ IO7 response, partial sync completed fine on 4.8.5 test 1. Doing the full sync now, only 3 years and 31 weeks to go. Mango Farms response, I tested the sync on 4.8.5 several times and it worked like a charm. Hans Schmidt responds, V 4.8.5 test 1 seems to have fixed the subqualifier sync hang bug for me too. I think we killed that bug. Yeah! Congrats, you guys. Congrats. It's the way to do it, you guys. Awesome. That is awesome, man. That's what you call hard work, dedication, sweat, tears, frustration, anger. Just so much going on, man. That's crazy. I mean, I already lost my voice, man. I'm like already screeching here. It's hurting me now. Well, and with that said, that is the end. That we're all caught up until this Friday. Remember, it's every Friday. If you want to check it out, be a part of this awesome Ravencoin development meeting. Be part of the Discord channel, and Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jump into the development meetings channel, and it will open up, and you can have a nice conversation with all these professional volunteers that are building up the Ravencoin. I guess update the wallet, right? 4.8.5 P2SH. Wow. Well, everyone, thank you once again for being a part of this, being part of the Ravencoin community. I'm happy to bring this to you guys. So I would appreciate a thumbs up, a share of this video to get people to understand what is going on behind the scenes on the development side. We need people to be more aware that we need testers out there to test out the new wallet that's coming out. So if you can volunteer some time, download the wallet, let it sync, just see what happens, and just give your feedback to the developers, because they need this. They need you guys' help. They need everyone's help now. They need your help yesterday. They need your help as soon as possible. Without you guys, they won't be able to get as far as they did. So those that did volunteer and help out downloading the test wallet, well, we thank you all. Soon we'll be upgrading Ravencoin. With that said, Ravenites and Cryptonauts, soon to be Ravenites. Until next time, stack sats and HODL. Adios.